What's up guys, welcome back to the channel and to a quick Star Wars gaming news update. It's been a pretty big week for Star Wars gaming, with the cancellation of Battlefront 2's content updates and a big content update that just dropped for Jedi Fallen Order. If you missed the news on that, including the patch notes, be sure to check out the video I have linked in the description below. It's got all the information on the new content and everything that came with the update. Today though, we have even more good news for Jedi Fallen Order. Yesterday on May 5th, EA had its quarterly earnings call where CEO Andrew Wilson had nothing but high praise for Jedi Fallen Order. The game launched and received extremely well and exceeded EA's expectations. It definitely changed the way that they see story-driven single-player games. In this earnings call, Andrew Wilson highlights how many people are now playing Fallen Order, and he drops a huge implication that there will be many more games under the Star Wars Jedi franchise. He had this to say: Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is one of the breakout titles of the last several years. More than 10 million unique players have joined the game since launch, a rare achievement for the first title in an entirely new franchise. It's a meticulously well-crafted game, and it continues to give fans a deeply engaging and original Star Wars experience. The biggest takeaway from that is the fact he calls Fallen Order the first title in an entirely new franchise. Calling it the first title implies there will be a second, and possibly a third, and calling it a new franchise means it could even go beyond that. Recently, the brains behind Jedi Fallen Order, Respawn Entertainment, put out job listings for 3 upcoming game titles that they're currently working on: Medal of Honor VR, Apex Legends, and an untitled Star Wars game which all but confirms a Jedi Fallen Order 2, or some sequel to the first one. Couple that with the information and praise we got from Andrew Wilson in this earnings call, and it's pretty safe to say that Jedi Fallen Order is here to stay, and that it's the start of a brand new franchise of Star Wars games. Which is especially interesting coming from EA, who was adamant in the past about players not wanting story-driven single-player games. We'll see how they continue the franchise, and if future titles will follow the same formula as Jedi Fallen Order did. We know that there are currently 2 Star Wars titles under development at EA, one at Motive Studios under the working title Project Maverick, and then Respawn's project, which we all assume to be Jedi Fallen Order 2. EA has said that the first of these 2 games will not drop until fiscal year 2022, and it's rumored that Motive Studios' project will drop before Respawn's will. This means that we will probably not see the sequel to Jedi Fallen Order until next year or possibly the year after that, which is quite a ways out, but this just means that Respawn has all this time to get the development of the sequel just right. Regardless of when it comes out though, it's great to hear EA speak highly of Jedi Fallen Order, considering the fact it is a story-driven single-player game, and I'm excited to see what they do with the franchise moving forward. Staying on the topic of EA's earnings call, I looked through the whole transcript to see if there was any mention of Star Wars Battlefront 2, and unfortunately there was not. No news in this case is bad news, but in Battlefront 2 right now there is a triple experience event happening in honor of Star Wars Day. We just had the season finale for the final season of the Clone Wars premiere on that day, and in honor of that, in the Galactic Assault game mode, there is a Clone Wars only playlist. If you're a fan of the prequel maps, this is definitely a good time to get down on Galactic Assault. Next, for players who are still trying to unlock the old Master Skin for Darth Maul, there's good news if you're struggling with that 5,000 kill grind wall. Former community manager for Battlefront 2, Ben Walk, confirms that the team is going to tweak that grind wall, although there's no confirmation on when that's going to happen or what they're going to tweak it to. Since the team is no longer hands-on with Battlefront 2, it's really hard to say when they can squeeze out these hot fixes and patches. We do know that there is at least somebody there working on it, because Ben also confirms that they're looking into the ATST because they've seen feedback that the Empire is vastly overpowered in OT supremacy. It's in this tweet that he confirms that they do not have the option to do wholesale changes anymore, but they will do what they can. The last piece of news to go over in today's video is more speculative than anything, but it's still pretty interesting to bring up. The official EA Star Wars Twitter account tweeted out an advertisement for EA Play Live, which is going to be the first digital version of the event to ever take place. It's happening this year on June 11th, and the reason this is so interesting is because the official EA Star Wars Twitter account put this out. The official EA account also put it out, but the fact that the EA Star Wars account is advertising it too makes me think we could see Star Wars gaming specific news at EA Play Live. It would be really nice to get some confirmation about some of the things we've talked about in today's video, such as Project Maverick, Jedi Fallen Order 2, and possibly even some news on Battlefront 2 or a possible Battlefront sequel, which currently we have zero information on. EA Play Live is just over a month away from now, meaning if they do have more official news on Star Wars gaming, we don't have to wait much longer to hear it. But with that, that's going to bring this news update to an end. A little bit shorter than the ones we usually have here on the channel, but be sure to give this one a thumbs up if you liked it, give it a thumbs down if you didn't. Just be sure to drop a comment with your thoughts below. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already for more Star Wars gaming news, and don't forget to click the bell to get notified. But that's going to do it from me. I appreciate you all stopping by the bazaar, and I will see you all out on the battlefront. Peace.